Hello everybody, it's T.Boy here, and welcome to the new Let's Play of this channel. Xenoblade Chronicles, the Definitive Edition. This is the Switch version of the game. There's been 3 versions now of the first Xenoblade Chronicles game. Originally was on the Wii back in 2010. Hopefully I got that right, if not, I'll be corrected. The game was also got released or re-released on the new 3DS, which was my first time experiencing through this game. Not very many people, I think, can say that. My first time playing through this game was on the new 3DS. I remember watching my brother play this game a lot on the Wii, and I was super intrigued by it. But it was never my copy of the game. I played a little bit on the Wii, got to play every now and then, but not very often. Until the game really came on the new 3DS, it was the first time I experienced this game fully. And my gosh, this game series of Xenoblade Chronicles is now one of my favorite franchises in video game history. I really wanted to play this game, and I just looked at the bottom of my screen. It says 2010, so I'm guessing that's when this game was made, doy. But the Definitive Edition came out in 2020. Yeah, that year. 2020 was such a miserable year, and to have, well, this game come out, re-released on it. Yes, I already played the game once through, but playing this game again and again, gosh, it's just so stinking good. This game is also very long, so I hope people stay for the whole thing. If not, well, that's okay. The 5th edition has an extra story. This isn't available in any other edition of Xenoblade Chronicles, but the Switch version. This extra story we will be saving for a long time. I would not recommend this until you beat the game. Even the game's like, hey, slow down. It is strongly recommended to finish the main story first. There's a lot of spoilers if you click this first and play the extra story. So, with that being said, oh my gosh. With that being said, start a new game. We got a long road ahead of us. As a special bonus for playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you can start the game off with 100,000 G. I am not doing this. I kind of assumed that if this is your first Xenoblade Chronicles game, you'd only have the first one right now, unless you just buy all 3 and you know you're going to play them all. Since Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out first on the Switch, and then the Definitive Edition came out later, they kind of assumed like, oh hey, if you have this game, here's a little bonus so you can, get a good head start. This bonus is very good, don't get me wrong. Though, I'm not going to collect it for just sake of, most people I feel like would not have played or gotten Xenoblade Chronicles 2 if this is their first entry and haven't bought the game yet. So, we're not going to collect it. So let's hop into it.
Long ago, the world was nothing more than an endless sea, cloaked in a boundless sky, reaching as far as could possibly be imagined. Then 2 great titans came into existence. The Bionis and the Mechonis. The Titans were locked in a timeless battle. Until at last, only their lifeless corpses remained. Eons have passed. Now, our world, this vast land stretching across the remains of the Bionis, is under attack from a relentless force known as the Mechon. Retreat! Retreat! Get away from me! Retreat! No retreat! The Mecho's unknown! No! No!
They're advancing down our weak right flank. For a bunch of soulless machines, they seem to know a thing or two. But we'll see.
Young man, we've been given the order to retreat. We're pulling back the line to Colony 6. That's where we'll set up the last line of defense.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Any more time spent hanging around here, and we're done for.
Count me in. We gotta get out of here.
Or we can stay and fight.
What?
We may die if we take a stand here, but staying gives us the chance to change our destinies. We have the Monado. With this, the future is ours for the taking.
Stupid beast. Your body can't take any more of the Monado. I can tell by just looking at you.
Getting short-sighted in your old age, Dixon. I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm still in control.
I should have known I couldn't talk sense into a beast. Let's do this. I'm going with you. You'll need someone to drag your corpse on.
As long as you think you've still got the strength in you, old man.
Oi, you two. We've been ordered to pull back. I'm leaving.
Well, I say you're coming with us. What would we do without those?
The enemy's second wave is approaching!
It's now or never, Dunban. Let's show them what we've got. We'll give them a warm Hom's welcome.
Acknowledged.
Yeah! Ha! What are they trying to prove? I'm not throwing my life away. No point dying in some godforsaken field. Nothing for it. I'll have to use Dunban as a decoy. Yeah, that should give me time to escape.
Battle introduction. Press the L or the R button to target a monster. We have our monsters ahead of us, and we have the playable characters that, of course, we are in control of. Let's press the R button. Target an enemy to display the battle palette. Select the fight icon and press A to start a battle. Just like so. Approach target to auto attack. If you're too far from a monster, you can't attack it. Do not worry about staying in one place. You can move freely as long as you're in range. You can start swinging and auto attack. Next, we have the arts. Select arts with the D-pad to the left or the right, and press the A button to confirm. You cannot use an art in the following circumstances: if you're out of range or the conditions using this art aren't met yet. Select from 2 different arts. You don't got very many options here. However, later in the game, we'll get way more options. I mean, way more. For our current 2, our Mono Enchant, which powers up party members, is an attack boost and can deal damage to Mechon. Mana Buster deals major damage to an enemy, also does really good damage to Mechon as well. That is going to be the enemy we're fighting right now, is the Mechon. Monado is the only thing that can do damage to it. Unless you use Monado Enchant, then the other party members can do damage to it. As you can see, those little ones hitting, I guess showing up, not hitting. And this guy is kind of in front of me. Buster! Like show, does a lot of damage and has a pretty good widespread of a hit radius. Continue here. And grind up our auto attack so we can now use our art again. But now enchant. So we give Dixit and Momcar that good old boost. And let's go to this guy. I know they're targeting him. We can swap the person we're targeting with the L and R button. Well, that one just died. Manada Buster! And gone. Since this is the battle tutorial, do not expect these things to be hard. You gotta be very bad for you to lose these fights. Heck, I don't even know if you can lose these fights. Alright, back again. Positioning is pretty key in fighting as well, though, however, ow. It's not that really key quite yet. Shit! We continue. I just want to discuss the music that's going on in the background. It is crazy, and gosh, we've only listened to only a few soundtracks, and already, yeah, get used to it. The music is good.
You gotta be kidding. It's their main force. Looks like the Mechon are hell-bent on taking us out. They'll have to be if they want to beat us. Now, let's even the odds a bit. You heard him. Dixon, Munka, let's do this. You alright? What does it look like? I'm still good to go.
Guess even a hero's gotta reach his limit eventually.
Munka! What are you doing? That way is...
Sorry, brothers. Hate to drop this on you, but it's the Monado they're after. So have fun keeping them occupied for me. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Munka! You dirt!
Now, don't worry. I'll organize your funerals. Well, see you, boys.
Wait! Huh? If this is a joke, it ain't funny. Looks like this is it. At least we know our luck can't get any worse from here. Dumban?
Dixon, take care of the survivors.
Dumban, what are you playing at?
Those idiots. I'll just come and get the Monado when everything's quieted down a bit. That thing's gonna be mine. Oh no, please. No!
Vile Mechon. If you think the Homs, the people of Bionis, are just waiting here for you to pick us off, you are sorely mistaken.
A Mechon M71. I bet I can use its optical system to align one of the anti-air batteries. Oh, no good. It's broken. The joint section. It's buckled. It's completely useless. Ugh. Huh? An M69!
Its armor would be perfect for making a shield. If I can just get it off, I should be able to... Shulk! Ryan! It's not a Mechon. It's just a Crabble. It was using the Mechon armor as a shell.
I'll lure it away and topple it. When it's down, use your arts to finish it off.
To giant mechs to a freaking crab. Let's get to it. HP gauge. When the HP gauge is depleted, the character will be incapacitated. You see our HP to the left and our enemy's HP on top of them and at the top of the middle of the screen. We can use the select arts. Shulk has different arts, of course, than Dunban over here. You remember I said about positioning is important? That comes with handy with Shulk's backslash attack. It will deal more damage if you're, well, back of the opponent, of course. That's why it has its name backslash. You can also use light heal Shulk has, which heals an ally a little bit, which is great to use. Once you select their art, just move up and down the D-pad to choose who you are healing. Ryan, you will now gain aggro, and Shulk can do the damage. You cannot use the same art repeatedly. Cooldown begins, and once the cooldown period is finished, you can use the art again. So Ryan is going to kind of distract the Crabble, and we can use backslash on it. Ryan is kind of the whole tanky part of the group. We can use the talent art. Each character has a special art called the talent art. Select the talent art icon and press A to use it. To use the talent gauge must be full like normal arts. The gauge fills up every time an auto attack hit connects. So it's a little bit different than your typical normal arts. Normal arts will just have a timer, while your talent art will fill up every time an auto attack has been connected. We got turn strike here, influx break, and I think the Crabble's dead, so I don't really get to go over how break works. Defeat enemies will drop treasure chests. Always loot. You never know when those items are gonna be helpful out here. We got some cool shells, and we got our next fight. There's also a battle barrier. Well, a barrier right here. I was gonna say a battle barrier, but it's barrier battles. The green ring stops you from escaping, so once you're in a ring, you can't really run away from the monster. I mean, I say really, as you just can't run away, period. So let's continue. Be aware of aggro during a battle. Aggro is very, very important. Aggro is a measure of monster's feelings of animosity toward each party member. You see that little red circle around Ryan right there? That means he's taking the aggro, and that is who the enemy is targeting. The more damage a monster takes from a party member, the greater amount of aggro that party member will get. If a member of the party becomes a target of a monster's wrath, an aggro ring will appear around them. Making the most of chance arts. Shulk's backslash does more damage if he attacks from behind the monster. This is called an arts bonus effect. I've already been through this, so just keep that handy. Use the aggro ring to help you find the best position. An aggro ring appears around Ryan. Shulk has a chance to use backslash from the rear. If successful, the bonus effect locations have been met, and the value will be displayed as a little like shock kind of icon on that little goldish, brownish little border behind the number. So you can kind of see we're getting that. Shulk does not want to gain aggro, so you can use his backslash to do major damage, while Ryan really wants the aggro since he can take hits with his high HP and gives Shulk the opportunity to deal more damage from different positions, like the back.
Thanks, Ryan. That was a close one.
Man, what were you doing wandering off by yourself? Stay where I can keep an eye on you. It's pretty dangerous outside of the colony. There are all kinds of monsters.
Yeah. But thanks to you, we got its shell. Everyone in the colony is going to be really happy.
I'm more worried about you than the shell. Oh, whatever. Knowing what you're like, at least you'll make a decent weapon out of it. This scrap driver's excellent.
I just learned by watching Dixon make weapons.
Of course, Dunban's weapon still beats them all.
The Monado. I hope I can figure out the secret of his power one day.
You will, Shulk. Anyway, you better get back to the colony. If I'm late for drills again, old Square Tash is gonna kill me.
Square Tash? Oh, the Defense Force Colonel. He's pretty scary.
Tell me about it.
Sorry, I didn't mean for you to come all the way out here during your break.
Don't worry about it. Let's get back.
Follow the dotted path to advance the story. The path to the next main story objective is displayed on the minimap. You can switch the minimap to full screen by pressing in the L button with L3. Checking the story memo, you can press the ZR button to kind of show you what you should be doing right now. Use R button to move the camera around. We can do that as we please. And press the plus button to open the system menu where you can save our progress. Saving is pretty important. Just make sure you save every now and then. Though there is autosave, so don't feel too obligated to save every 2 seconds or whatever. The autosave feature, I just talked about this. You can see a little icon in the bottom left that is showing that hey, autosaving is happening. You can review the tutorial at any time. It's very important. You can get more tutorials as you progress through the game. The event theater. So you saw those little events that we saw back when those Bionis and Mechonis were fighting. Yeah, you can see those two at any time, no matter what. Let's grab this treasure chest, get some cool items. You never know, and get look around here. So, Shulk and Ryan are best buds. Have been childhood friends for quite some time now. We can see some little buttons here that we can take advantage of, and hit right here. We just leveled up. You can see a little like XP gauge. We're beneath where our level's at. Defeat these little bunnets. Some enemies will not get really that aggressive toward you, so you can just walk right by them unless you engage with them first. Some enemies, however, are very aggressive and they'll attack you on sight. Attack some bunnets here. I don't know if this bug is a good example. Nope, never mind. You get a chance time right there, and not the Mario chance. Chance is a silver surprise attack on the enemy getting the first strike. I don't know why I called it chance time. This isn't Mario Party, this is Xenoblade Chronicles, a whole freaking different game. Where it doesn't ruin friendships, instead it's a nice peaceful journey. Alright, you can now use her trick, which inflicts break. I want to see if this can happen here. So you inflict break, and I don't think our Ryan, oh, well he did that, but it was too late. So break is pretty important. When breaking an enemy, okay, well I get cut off here. We got the Collectopedia. The latest addition to your collection can be registered in your Collectopedia. Fill in the roller, collect all the items in the area, and receive a reward. And we got access to this in the menu. So once you break a target, you can now topple them, and they'll be unable to do anything, which is very great. You always want to aim for that, so they will just sit in one spot. Your whole party can just deal massive amounts of damage all at once, and you don't have to worry about positioning all too much since, well, I just didn't get my backslash bonus. Turn strike right. Oh my gosh, Ryan just went flying. Come on, man, it was a little rabbit. How could he go flying that easily? So yeah, it's always very nice to go through these little blue orb things and get these items since those Collectopedia. Filling out it is pretty good. You don't have to do it. It's not really necessary, but if you want some more items or you're just looking for 100% completion, yeah, you should probably be doing that. We got sweet wasabi. We should probably eat that. I never had wasabi, so you know, I never know what it tastes like. I just know it's like really spicy and hot, I guess. Alright, Ryan just getting beat up by a bunch of caterpillars. Alright. Just get through this. Man, it kind of sucks not having that many arts, but it's okay. Oh, we got Slit Edge. We got another. As I say, we don't have very many arts. We just got a brand new art called Slit Edge. You can attack from the side and it'll lower the physical defense of the enemy. So just like with backslash, you want to be on the side to activate or have that art do more damage and get that defense drop. I don't think it can get defense drop if you're in front of the enemy. I think you have to be on the side of it. Pretty good stuff there. Alright, rabbit. Turn strike. And now it's well, okay, wild down. Yeah, you can also see or hit that minus button for the topple stats effect. Daze may be inflicted, by the way, so once you topple, you can daze them. We don't have any access to daze quite yet, and critical hit damage taken increases. So it's good to keep in mind of, like I said, but we don't have any arts to deal with daze quite yet. Though it won't take that long for us to get a daze art. And I don't think you can play as the you can play as the other characters here. You don't always have to play as Shulk, but if you just want a pretty easy character to play as, Shulk is definitely your man. He is the easiest character to play in this game by a mile. I'm not saying there isn't any other easy characters to play, but if you're playing as Ryan, you gotta be more on the focus of taking the aggro, then position yourself behind the enemy. Ow. These guys just like to roll around and knock you down. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, I want to see if I use Sledge right here. No, we did not get that defense drop. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to be right behind the enemy in order to get that defense drop. Positioning is everything in this game. Oh, we got a bigger chest here. We got a battle gear helmet. So we can hit the X button, access this menu. We got some armor, or weapon, and appearance. We could go down here and change our appearance. So if you, for example, want to equip this battle gear, you don't like how the helmet looks on Shulk there, you can change it during the appearance, and you can still have the same or the stat bonuses from the battle gear and not look stupid with a helmet, if you think that's stupid, I guess. So, for example, I could wear this helmet right here and still have my colony cap on and get the stat bonuses. But we want to equip this battle gear. We're going to get some less ether defense, which is a-okay because we get a +3 in physical defense. You can look at each of these guys' stats right here. Like I said, you can see Ryan having way more strength, way more bulk than Shulk does, but also less ether defense, less agility, so you know, he's going to be getting hit more often, which is totally okay because he has a lot of defense, a lot of HP. And his block rate is also a little bit higher than Shulk's. So yeah, you kind of see that Ryan is the tank of the group to get all that aggro, while Shulk's job is to deal a bunch of damage. You've been over that, but hey, that doesn't mean that Ryan can't deal damage. Ryan can deal a very good amount of damage. He gets his one art, which I can't wait to show off, that does a lot of damage. So I think it's funny to have Shulk with this helmet. And welcome to Colony 9!
Here we are. I better stop in at HQ. You off to the weapon development lab?
Yeah, when I've sold any parts I can't use.
All right. See you later.
Oh man, Ryan has left us. So now we're just back to having Shulk. We're not getting into any fights because Shulk can't really handle fights all too well by himself. We have these little slots here, which are called gems. However, we do not have access to those gems quite yet. We can visit some shops, you can buy and sell items there. And we can sell our loot that we gain from these monsters. Yes, you can sell them, but it's always nifty to hold on to some of the loot since they'll come in handy in quests and such. And speaking of quests, you'll see an NPC with an exclamation mark above their head, and that means they have a quest. You can receive money or XP or even items. You can even trade with them. This really isn't that too important, but it's pretty nice to get exchange for a rare item every now and then. And during quests and trade alongside the story, you do not need to do quests. They are not entirely, well, none of them are required. I think there was like a few quests that may be required. I don't know. Yeah, so the story will progress even if you don't do any training or complete any quests. However, using these features may give you the advantage in the game. Yeah, just read what the game says, Christian. That would make a lot more sense. What do you say?
That's not No's brother of mine. I said I'd play with him, and he just ran off. Well, whatever. I could play by myself.
You can see our relationships in the affinities chart, which is a very cool thing we can take a look at right here. Right now, it's very, well, empty. We only have one Colony 9, and that's Lena from Colony 9. We can see where she is, her personality misses her dad. I don't think I would really call that a personality. We can see the time she's active, so if it's like late at night, then we won't see her. Some NPCs only show up during certain times of day, and yeah, so you make sure, or even some enemies, for example, only can show up in certain weather, which is kind of annoying, but you know. Oh, Shulk, you've been out again? Let me guess, searching for scrap metal as usual. Not that scrap anymore when you get your hands on it. Oh, good old town here. Hello, lady. Dearie me, my grandsons are having quite the altercation. And now I'll get the upper hand. They are both in training. That doesn't sound good. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous? I certainly haven't. I do hope the younger of the two wins, though. He's my flesh and blood, after all. That's why I like someone to take him the biscuits I've made. It might encourage him to train harder. So we have a very simple mission here. Deliver biscuits. It's not that hard. View quests in the quest log. We can do that, and I'm most grateful my legs aren't what they used to be, you see. Even getting to the residential district is awkward. I'll make you some biscuits. No problem. Leave it to me. Make sure my grandson gets those biscuits. All of them, preferably. We could take our biscuits. And our quest got updated. We can set this quest as active, and our little dotted map will show us where to go next. We leveled up from visiting landmarks, gained a little bit of experience. There is 3 right there. There's a lot of exclamation marks. Yeah. This game is gonna be full of quests, so be prepared. Target is inactive now. That means he's probably in a different time right now. Let's do the night. Yeah, there we go. So the little quest icons will have that blue dotted line, and also I don't know why it's pointing me in this direction. Oh, never mind. We have to go this way. So let's go take the biscuits to him. You should probably just accept these quests while we're here. There's a lot of quests. Will I be doing every single quest known to man here? Probably not. Oh, Shulk, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. I've broken my watch. Look, it's in pieces. I'm terrible at machines, even little ones like this. Would you mind fixing it for me? You don't have to be good with machines to be careful with them. You just have to be careful. Wasn't your father good with machines? I have thought fixing the things would be the first thing he'd teach you. Not just good, he was amazing. When I was little, I used to marvel at how he swung the hammer. When he's gone now, but he's gone now. And as hard as I try, I can't be like he was. I'm sorry, Desiree? I didn't mean to be rude. Aw, it's so easy to make you go all timid. Seriously, don't worry about it. It's been a year since then. I'm back on my feet. Anyway, are you going to fix my watch or not? Wow, such a douche. Fine, we'll fix your watch. It's in pretty bad shape. I'll have to use the equipment in the lab, so it may take a while. We got our old watch you can fix up later, but that's a-okay. Meanwhile, let's go get these biscuits to, Joe Quit here. And keep going. Yeah, these little guys over here. I wonder what these guys are called. They're called Napon. Hello, sir. Or ma'am. You son of a gun, let me talk to you. Elder District, just up ahead. It just pollen orbs throw away. Oh, you hums. I mean, it just stones throw away. Yeah, those pollen orbs don't really mean much to us hums, which is essentially humans in this universe. And Napon really likes pollen orbs. So, yeah, we kind of tossed them, and Napon are kind of pissed about that, I guess. I lost something really important. My wedding ring. It's so small, I looked all over, but I can't find it anywhere. Can you help me out? Sure thing. You'll accept that wedding ring quest? I really don't want my wife to have you go at me. I'm counting on you. Good thing I have this little cool thing called target objective on the quest thing, and we, for some reason, has to have a GPS to show us where that wedding ring is. We go over here. We have a little other district right here. So yeah, Colony 9 is a pretty nice and peaceful. I was gonna say village, but it's not really. I guess it's a colony. Of course, it's called Colony 9. Or so you know. We can even see the area maps here, which we only have one area. So yeah, we can now view where we are at, and we can see this is a landmark, so we can go back to the Mechon wreckage site at any point we wish to go. See, his red exclamation marks are pretty important, and the blue exclamation marks are the quests. I just want to go deliver this. I wish you could go faster. This is the one issue where, you know, you're going to be doing a lot of walking around. Also, I want to show like the jumping. The jumping is very fun to do this game. You kind of float a little bit. Hello, sir. Hello. What's up? Do you need me to see me for anything? Those grandma's biscuits? She really shouldn't have gone to all that trouble. Thanks for bringing them for her. Please thank grandma for me as well. Alright, we got that done, and now we have to go back to daytime to be able to talk to Marcia again. I lost a tool I need for work. I just don't know what to do. Without that, I can't even make enough money to eat. You couldn't find it for me, could you? Alright, we gotta find that scanner. I really owe you one. I was back in the commercial district last time I went to work. What's up with people losing things and breaking things? That's like 3 out of the 4 quests we've been given so far. We had someone with a broken watch, lost wedding ring, and a lost little scanner there as well. So you guys really need to stop losing this stuff. So we should probably change the time so Marcia cannot come back in the world here. I say that she's like passed away, but yeah. So yeah, get also used to changing the clock a lot since, like I've discussed before, certain characters are going to be found in the daytime while only certain other characters can be found during the night. And that can go with enemies as well. You see the little red flag at the military district right there. However, we'll be not doing that. I don't want to accept too many quests because if I accept them all, it's just going to get way too piled up. So I'll only be accepting the quests when I feel like I've completed a good amount of mine. So I should probably stop talking to these guys, or we're just going to have quests upon quests upon quests. I don't really intend to do all the quests in this game, since, well, you don't really have to. The game told us these are totally optional. But it really does help a lot, since getting a lot of money, getting some good items, and even some experience will go a long way. You took my biscuits to Droid. He's a good boy, he's so sweet. I'm glad everything worked out. I very much like Quick to win. You're on his side too, aren't you? And with a quest completed, we can see our little reward there. We got some money, some experience, and some swimming sandals, which is a armor equipment. We'll take that. And we can now see, of course, the swimming sandals are better than the colony shoes. Yes, I don't know why. I feel like if you look at the comparison of these two things, you would probably prefer the colony shoes if you're in a fight other than the swimming sandals. But this gives us some more ether defense, so I'll take it. Alright, here. Let's open our quest log. We got a Biscuits for Grandma quest with a gold crown. That means we have completed the quests. We can go to Shulk's lab, however. I don't think we're going to do that one. That gives us a muscle up 2 gem. But I think we're going to save that one. Instead, let's go find that wedding ring. It's just over here. I will say it is very nice that the game tells you, like, hey, the target is inactive. You should probably change the time. Or, hey, this is a blue exclamation mark on your map. This is where you should go. And that's a red orb. The good news of these quests, you don't need to go back to the person where you talk to deliver the ring or whatever. Some of these quests will just be finished on our own. And we learned to level 5 and learned a new art. And an infinity coin. We get into those infinity coins later. They don't really come up too much right now. I don't even think they come up right now, period. What did I just receive again? Oh, yeah. Art. Oh, that's not why I want to go. Do we even have an art list here? I don't think we can, actually. I don't think we can actually view our arts right now. If I'm sure, I don't think we actually can visit our arts. Which I thought we could, but I guess not. We could change our equipment, but yeah, I guess we can't even see our arts unless we get to a fight right now. Later on, we can see our arts, and that's when those affinity coins will come in handy too. But yeah, I guess don't worry about it right now. Alright, we can go to our active quest. Let's go to search quest 4. So yeah, these little quests are just called like something quest 4, 1, 2, 3, or whatever, so on and so forth, are kind of like the smaller quests, while these quests with actual names can take a bit longer, which, you know, thank goodness, since we now have another little find quest to do. So the scanner will be over here. I do recommend doing a lot of these quests. I know it can kind of get, you know, a bit too repetitive maybe, but hey, it's pretty nice to get that extra experience and that money. Also, I need to go over here because the game is telling me that means a staircase or something I need to go climb on or walk up. And we go behind here. There we go. How do you leave a scanner all the way over here, I guess? Like I said, a lot of people misplace things and get used to it. Quest completed. Good money, good experience. And now we have the Broken Watch quest, which I don't think we're going to do quite yet right now. We're probably just going to save that for the next episode, since I think if we go to that area, if I am certain it will take us to the next objective on the map. Yeah, it'll take us past that red flag. Once we kind of hit that red flag icon, we will progress to the story. Also, how the heck do I get out of here? I guess I have to go back up the stairs. I don't know why I went back down here. Alright, let's do one more quest and call it. I know the first episode is going to be quite on the long side, but to be fair, I feel like every episode is going to be pretty on the long side since this game is very long. If every episode is like 20 minutes, oh dear gosh, help me. Have you seen the boy playing on his own around here? His name is Rocco. He actually lives in the house just over there. Over where? I think his mom had to go. Or had to go at him. Hey, yo? He seems so upset, poor thing. Oh, wait, you weren't even the person with the quest. Oh, well. Oh, good gracious. You won't believe what a silly fool I am. I've lost something I really need. Will you help me find it? Another, search quest. Find the key in Colony 9. Yes, sir. I knew I'd get you fired up if I did all my damsel in distress act. But I'm a fool, losing my door key. My fate is in your hands. Yes, if we don't get this guy's door key, he will be screwed over for eternity. I can't really blame him though, because I get very paranoid if I lose like a key to like really anything. But we have to go way over there. Though, however, I should probably just go to the area maps and just. Oh, I don't have a little landmark over there. I guess we're walking. I feel like there is a landmark right we could find over there. I would be pretty surprised if there never was. But yeah, having the big old map on the screen right here is pretty useful. You can kind of see where we're going a lot better. Though, yeah. So yeah, count those exclamation marks. There's 4 on the main island right there. I guess, what do you call these? I guess you would call these all islands, or little areas. You got 5 where we're at now, and that's another 3 into the military base. Yeah, we're already like in double digits of quests right now, and that's not even counting the ones we can find at nighttime. Yeah, there's a lot, but that is a-okay. We're gonna go. I want to walk around here and maybe find a landmark. That would be great. Also, how do I? Oh, you must be inside here. Oh, little Napon. And there's the key. Get some more experience. And I think this is a pretty good stopping point. We've done a lot. This game has just started, and we have a very long journey ahead of us. A very, very long journey ahead of us. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we accept more quests around Colony 9 and help the Homs and Napon out. See you guys till next time.